Hey guys, thanks for checking out my crazy story. I'm Emily, 34, female. This year has been a roller coaster, and the source of it all is none other than my younger brother, Alex, 32, male. Honestly, after the crap he pulled, I don't think I have it in me to forgive him. Growing up, he was always a bit of a brat, the kind of guy who wanted to be the center of attention in every room. I think the kids are calling it a himbo or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. I put the blame squarely on my mom. She was basically obsessed with him and gave him everything he ever wanted. As a result, my relationship with her was pretty sour. She would always favor him and let him do anything he wanted. And meanwhile, I felt like she was trying to compete with me or just make me feel like crap. Her internalized misogyny was what drove us apart, and I was done with her BS by the time I was 15. Of course, things were awkward between us, but I didn't give a damn because she never gave a damn about me. Turns out I wasn't the only one in the house who had problems with her. My dad, Oliver, 60, male, was also sick of her BS. They were constantly arguing, and it wasn't great for any of us. When our parents got divorced, I started seeing Alex's true colors. A divorce is tough on any kid, no doubt. I was sad to see my parents split, but in my humble opinion, Alex took it to a whole new level. He went out of his way to deliberately piss me and Dad off when Mom had to leave. It wasn't just little things like neglecting chores. We're talking about countless incidents where either my dad or I had to bail him out of jail during our teenage years. There came a point in time when we were young adults where I was the only one who knew about his petty charges. Hello? It's me. What the hell is going on now, Alex? Look, I need your help. I'm in a bit of trouble. Trouble? Again? What did you do this time? It's a misunderstanding, okay? I need you to bail me out, please. Bail you out? Are you serious? I don't have the money for that kind of drama, Alex. I just moved out. You know this. Come on, you've helped me before. Just one more time, please. I promise I'll pay you back. This is getting old, Alex. I can't keep cleaning up your messes. Why can't you stay out of trouble? It's complicated. Look, I just need a little help right now. I'm stuck in here. I don't want to stay the night. Maybe you should stay the night. Might teach you a lesson for once. Come on, Em. Don't be like that. I need you, please. Like I said, I'm broke right now. Sorry you wasted your one phone call. Maybe try for Dad another time. No. Excuse me? I don't know where you get the nerve yelling at me like that when you're the one coming to me for help. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I've been so stressed out, and the last thing I need is Dad hounding me on this. What's the big deal? He's helped you out tons of other times. Yeah, well, he sat me down not long after you moved out and told me that if he had to bail me out one more time, he'd remove me from the business and the will. Yikes. I know, which is why he can't know about this. Please, promise me you won't say anything to him. I seriously considered snitching on him at that moment. Why wouldn't I? He's been an ass since the day he was born. Why the hell would I want to help him out when he's been such a pain? Because he's my brother, that's why. That was my reasoning. Nothing is important if you don't have your family's back. So I knew I had to help him out. Fine, I'll figure something out, but this is the last time. I mean it. And you better pay me back. Thank you, Em. You're a lifesaver. With interest. Don't worry, sis. When I take over the company, I'll be sure to give you as much money as you want. You're pushing it, buddy. Thanks once again, Em. I owe you one. At this rate, you owe me at least 10. Surprise, surprise, you all. He'd end up in jail not even 3 months after that. And guess who had to bail him out again? You might think I was an enabler, and maybe I was to a certain extent, but I just didn't know what to do. Could you blame me? I was like 21 and dumb, but not as dumb as he was, obviously. It was a roller coaster of being pissed off, having hope that things would change, and being let down, and then being pissed off all over again. It's like he had some hidden agenda to drive me and our dad crazy. We reached a breaking point, and once I finished college, we stopped talking for a while. I'm not going to lie, those couple of years without him was so peaceful. I thought that we were just destined to be estranged siblings. It wasn't what I wanted, but I had to distance myself to protect my peace. But then tragedy struck. My mom passed away when I was 24 and Alex was 22. It hit us like a ton of bricks. Even Dad, who couldn't stand her, was crushed by her sudden death. She had a skydiving accident that ended with a broken neck. Yeah, awful. The funeral became a turning point for all of us. In the middle of the grief and loss, we felt a shared responsibility to mend our broken relationship. It was like a wake-up call, a reminder that life is short and family should be there for each other. We decided, for Mom's sake, to put aside our differences and try to rebuild what we once had. Dad, Alex and I were just talking about how we should try and mend things, for Mom. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I've been thinking about it too. Maybe it's time to turn things around. I mean, we can't change the past, but we can certainly work on our future. I'm proud to hear you say that. It's important for us to stick together. I know I've messed up a lot, Dad, but I want to change for Mom and for all of us. We need to be there for each other, and not just because we're family, but because we genuinely care about each other. Your mom would be happy to hear that. Now, more than ever, it's crucial for us to support one another. Let's make Mom proud. That's the spirit. And we also have the family business to think about. We need to work together to make it successful. Things already didn't work out with your mom and me. I don't want to see the same thing happen between you two, between any of us, really. Right. Business is important. We should put our differences aside for the sake of its success. I think this is a fresh start for all of us. We can make this work. I don't know if it was the euphoria from all the grieving that made us all want to sing Kumbaya together, but whatever it was wore off almost immediately. However, I soon discovered that old habits die hard. Alex started his BS again, and my mom wasn't even cold in the grave. He was a loser and a nobody, always being a creep and committing petty crimes and ending up in a jail cell. It was exhausting. It seemed like he forgot the heart-to-heart we had just a couple of months ago. It wasn't long before he pulled a stunt that cut deeper than anything before. This year, he did something that shattered the fragile peace we tried to establish. It's a betrayal I'm not sure I can forgive. You see, even though Alex was back on his BS, I was determined to not see him slip and fall this time. As an older sister, I felt like it was my duty to at least try, even if he wasn't holding up his end of the bargain of trying to have a better relationship. I would plan for us to go to dinner or brunch. We'd go rock climbing and also play golf. You name it, we did it, all for the sake of getting closer and closer. But more often than not, he would ditch me at the last minute, saying that he had some important stuff to do and couldn't come. Which was funny to me because this man barely did any work on the family business. So I wondered what was eating up his free time. I had to pay for everything all the time out of the kindness of my heart, and he still had the audacity to cancel on me and not make an effort to be a better brother and son. I would talk to my dad about it, and he would complain as well. It wasn't easy on him either, seeing his son not stepping up to the plate. It was frustrating because we all wanted to honor Mom's memory by being a stronger, more supportive family. But Alex just seemed stuck. One day when I was finishing up at work with my dad, I started complaining again. Dad, I can't believe Alex canceled on me again. It's like he doesn't care about trying to be a better person or a better brother. I know, Emily. It's frustrating for me too. I've tried talking to him, but it seems like he's stuck in his ways. I'm just tired of making an effort when he doesn't seem to care. I want us to be a stronger family. Did he forget what we talked about when Mom died? You know, kiddo, you can try your hardest to change someone, but it will never work. They have to be willing to change all by themselves. I guess you're right. Which is why I wanted to talk to you about something. What's up, Dad? Well, it's about the business. As you know, I'm getting old. Oh, really? I couldn't tell. Don't be an ass. Anyways, I'm getting old and I can't keep working. I've been thinking a lot about the family business. Wait, are you about to give me the keys to this place? Wasn't this meant to be split between Alex and I? I want to see it in good hands, Emily. I've seen your dedication and hard work. You've got the skills. And I believe you could take it to new heights. Dad, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but what about Alex? Shouldn't he be a part of this too? I mean, I know he's a screw-up, but... Emily, I've given Alex many chances. It's clear he's not interested in stepping up. I need someone I can trust to lead the business into the future. Dad, I'm honored, but this is a lot. I never expected. You've earned it, Emily. Your commitment to the family, your responsibility, it hasn't gone unnoticed. I want you to take the reins. It's just, it feels like Alex is being left out. Emily, I love both of you, but I need to be realistic. I can't force him to change. I can only hope he finds his way. This way, at least the business is secure and you can continue our family legacy. It sounds awful to say as a parent, but I've done the best I can with that boy, and he's a grown man now, so he can make his own decisions and I can make mine. That's why I want you to be the sole inheritor of this place. I understand, Dad. It's really tough seeing him like this. Even tougher trying to deal with the crap. You're telling me. I just hope he won't take the news too hard. I do too, sweetheart. But right now, we need to focus on what we can control, and that's making sure the business thrives. I know you can do it. Dad deciding I'd take over the family business was like a dream come true for me. I always wanted to run things, you know, but breaking the news to Alex needed finesse, so I figured a hiking trip might set the tone. We used to love hiking when we were kids, so I thought, why not? The day arrives and things seem chill. Alex is surprisingly in a good mood, and for a moment I'm thinking, hey, this might go well. We were hiking for about an hour or so before I decided to sit him down on one of the rocks and tell him the tea. Hey, Alex, let's stop for a second. We need to talk. Yeah, what's up? Dad's been doing a lot of thinking, and he's decided to pass the business over to me. Instead of cheering me on, he got all worked up, accusing me of stealing his spotlight, which is crazy to think about because did he honestly think that he would be in charge? When he's landing in jail like every other day, I'm there trying to share good news and he's turning it into a drama fest. The hiking trip meant for bonding became this heated argument and it was getting worse. What? You're kidding, right? That's supposed to be mine. Look, I get it's a shock, but Dad thinks I'm more suited to run things. It's nothing personal. More suited? That's BS. You two think you're so high and mighty. If Mom was here, she wouldn't stand for this crap. What do you even know about running a business? More than you. Oh, is that so? Well, good luck trying to run a business as a woman. You're going to tank everything that Dad has worked hard for. Looks like the apple didn't fall far from the tree, huh? What's that supposed to mean? It means you're a misogynistic a-hole just like your mother. You're such a bitch. I can't believe I came to this stupid bonding hike with you. You've always taken everything away from me, and now this? Why does Dad think that you would do a better job? I've been working alongside him for years, Alex. I know the ropes. I know how everything functions and how everything works. Well, I don't care. It's not fair. I've been wanting this for ages. We continued bickering, oblivious to the hiking group passing by. It didn't matter to us what they thought. Our family drama was on full display. As we were left behind by the other hikers, Alex suddenly took things to a dangerous level. He said, I don't care what you two think. I'm getting that business one way or another. Before I could even respond, he did the unthinkable. He pushed me. Yep, you heard that right. This man pushed me off the ledge. I tumbled off the side of the mountain, rolling and rolling, and thankfully I eventually came to a stop. Now, this next part was really foggy, but I remember seeing Alex's silhouette from where I fell, and he walked away, following the other hikers. Then everything went to black. Waking up in the hospital was disorientating, of course. It felt like there were 1,000 needles piercing through my arms and legs. My dad was there, looking genuinely concerned, but Alex immediately dismissed my attempt to share the truth. What an ass. Dad, what happened? What's going... Ow! What the hell? Shh, don't move. You had a pretty nasty fall on your hiking trip with Alex. You need to be more careful, Em. The doctor said it could have been worse. Why can't I move my body? You have 7 broken bones. 7? Yep, 7. You need to be more careful, sis. I told you to watch where you were going. What? What are you talking about? The last thing I remember... Oh my God, Alex, you! Now, don't get all worked up. You need to rest, remember? Dad, I need to tell you something. I didn't fall. Alex pushed me. What? Dad, she's delusional from all the pain meds. She doesn't know what she's talking about. No, Dad, he pushed me. He deliberately pushed me off the edge. Dad, she's obviously making things up. Can't say I blame her. I'd be pretty pissed if I fell off a mountain. But I didn't fall. You freaking pushed me, you psychopath. And then you abandoned me. You really tried to kill me. Dad, you gotta believe me. Dad, I didn't want to say this considering, but I figure now's as good a time as any. She's obviously accident prone and the business needs a capable owner, not someone who's always getting injured. What? I mean, who knows? She might have some irreparable brain damage. That's why she sounds so cuckoo bananas. After Alex finished lying, I was pissed off. Before I could call him out anymore, he said he had to skedaddle because he had some important business to attend to. Yeah, like we haven't heard that one before. He probably went off to go commit more crimes. Dad had to discharge me from the hospital, and we headed home in a strained silence. The plan was for me to live with him until I recovered, and our childhood home was accommodating for my current state thanks to the wheelchair accessibility installed for our late Gram. Things between my dad and I were a bit awkward, and I didn't think to start telling him that Alex was lying in case he actually believed what his idiot son said. Alex, in typical fashion, had vanished for 3 whole days with no contact, leaving me to wonder if he had just an ounce of guilt for what he did. Like I said, 3 days had passed and I was chilling with my dad when he finally decided to grace us with his presence. He strutted in as if he owned the place, convinced that the business was now his for the taking. But the tables were about to turn. My dad, with a heavy heart, dropped a bombshell that left Alex in shock. All of us stood firm as Alex swaggered into the house, a misplaced confidence written all over his face. His eyes darted between me and Dad, expecting to find the triumphant atmosphere he had envisioned. Well, look who's back. I hope you're ready to hand over what's rightfully mine, Emily. Rightfully yours? You pushed me off a cliff, Alex? You're lucky Dad isn't pressing charges. When are you gonna stop with the lies, Emily? Alex, I've heard enough. You're not taking over, and you're not welcome here anymore. I loved seeing Alex's jaw hit the floor when he realized his plans had blown up. His hopes of taking charge crumbled, and he learned he couldn't dodge the consequences of his actions. Dad told Alex he couldn't trust him anymore, and that the business was mine. Dad said he believed what I was saying. Finally, it felt so good knowing that my dad took my side. What? Dad, are you serious? I am dead serious. You tried to kill your sister, Alex. Your actions are inexcusable, and I won't tolerate them. You need to leave, now. You're choosing her over me, Dad? Typical. You never liked me. I'm choosing the truth over lies. You're my son. I've always loved you, but you forget. Emily's my kid too, and she deserves justice for what you did to her. Justice? She fell. It was an accident. No, Alex. I believe Emily, and I think you should be in the slammer for what you did. And this time, no one's going to bail you out. Dad, you can't be serious. I've never been more serious. Get out, Alex. You're not welcome here. With that, Alex was left standing in the doorway, his huge expectations shattered, while Dad and I told him to leave before we called the cops. You can't do this to me. I won't let you. Bold of you to assume you had a choice, you dipshit. Now you're going to rot in jail. Everything you did was for nothing. But this isn't fair. You did this to yourself, Alex. Emily's building a case against you, and I'm disgusted by your actions. I'm just glad your mother isn't around to see how much of a failure you've become. You're a disgrace, Alex. I hate to say it, but I never want to see you again, and I'm sure your sister feels the same way. Please, Dad, Emily? Wait, I messed up, but I can change. Don't do this to me, please. It's too late for that, Alex. You made your bed. Now lie in it. The days that followed were all over the place. Alex, after getting kicked out, just vanished. And Dad and I were so angry and depressed from the whole thing. It was pretty shocking that my own brother would try to kill me. Or at least, the very least, cause some serious harm like that. When Alex went MIA for those 3 days, I finally broke down in front of my dad. I begged him to believe me, and what he told me shocked me. Apparently he believed me all along and was ready to cut Alex off for good. It was just that he was in denial because the whole situation felt so surreal. It was pretty rough for my dad to realize what his son was capable of. Word on the street was that Alex was thinking of skipping town, so I had to move fast to make sure he faced the music. I got myself a lawyer and started the whole suing process, aiming to get him for everything he had and then booking him for attempted murder. It was my way of making sure he faced the music for what he did. The road ahead is going to be tough. Emotionally, physically, I'm still healing. And legally, but I'm ready to take it on. I want justice, and I'm not going to stop until I get it.